Hey, what's up guys? Bitcoin continues to make new all-time highs. In this video, I will explain why this is just the beginning, then Michael Saylor will explain why Bitcoin could be worth $100 trillion in the future of market capitalization. This video is presented by BlockFi. BlockFi provides financial products for crypto investors such as high-yield interest accounts, USD loans, and no-fees trading. With BlockFi, you can get up to 8.6% APY. It works with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, or stablecoins. Do you need cash? Now you do not have to sell your crypto and pay high taxes. With BlockFi, you can use your crypto as a collateral to get a cash loan. Now, BlockFi utilizes ACH that will enable users to connect their bank accounts with BlockFi and deposit/withdraw funds into/from BlockFi with no fees. Also, just recently Visa partnered with BlockFi to release a new credit card where users will receive 1.5% back with Bitcoin. Right now, you can earn up to $250 of crypto bonus when you open a new account and sign up with the link blockfi.com/Aimstone in the description box below. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up today. Damn it, Bitcoin just continues to going up and up. Today, Bitcoin surpassed $23,000. This is insane. Well, not really. We will anticipate this move. Yesterday, Bitcoin just surpassed $20,000 and today we added another at least 15 to 20%. If you look at the 2017, the top of the bull market where Bitcoin hit $19,600, today we are far above that price level. We added more than $3,000 and further diverged this moment from 2017 euphoria. Speaking of euphoria and FOMO, what is going on right now is not even comparable what we saw back in 2017 bull market run. In 2017, taxi drivers, cashiers, my friends who knew nothing about investing were talking about Bitcoin. I remember Andreas Antonopoulos in 2017. He said that he had tens of thousands of people in audience at his conference. However, in 2018, everything changed. Only a few hundred people showed up to his conference. Also, we can notice that euphoria on YouTube channels. Every new YouTube channel got hundreds of thousands of views per video. Even Andreas Antonopoulos' most popular videos are back from 2017. Now, we do not really have that. I barely hear anyone talking about Bitcoin. YouTube videos are definitely not as popular as they were back in 2017. Also, if you take a look at the Google trend and type in Bitcoin, in late 2017 it reached 100% of popularity. Now we're only at 13%, so currently Bitcoin is 10 times less popular than it was back in 2017. Let's notice that Bitcoin price continues to go up while Google trend is flat, which means we still do not have much of an interest from everyday Joe. Wall of institutional money moving the price higher. Now we have another Bitcoin whale. A hedge fund manager specializing in volatility bets has emerged as one of the largest investors in Bitcoin after quietly buying more than $600 million in cryptocurrencies and joining forces with Alan Howard. Oh, sneaky guy. One River Digital Asset Management has committed that it will bring its holdings of Bitcoin and Ether to around $1 billion as of early 2021. We also have Raoul Pal, who tweeted recently that he is about to present the world's best trade, aka Bitcoin, to 150 European hedge funds and asset managers. Wall of money is indeed coming in.
Who think that, we're going to get people to invest at a negative rate of return, and if you don't, we're going to put a bullet in your head. That's the model that these central banks are pursuing. That's the model of the dollar. We both don't like the dollar, except you've got a boner for gold in a reason that doesn't make any sense, because they're compatible. We should be on the same page. Your customers want crypto. You're saying, no, it's my ideology prevents you from making money. Well, your customers a year from now are going to say, why did you talk me out of this? You freaking idiot, because now I'm broke. Just like they did 3 years ago. It's going to happen again and again and again. The arguments don't make sense.
The reason we can't be on the same page is because you're in a fiction book and I'm in a non-fiction book. You're actually in a comic book, right? And yes, in a comic book, this could work.
When I look at my Bitcoin wallet compared to gold money, trust me, I'm not in a comic book.
Look.
As a matter of fact, I'd like to buy gold money right now. I'll make you an offer just to shut this debate down.
All right, well, look,
okay.
if you're a Bitcoin billionaire, you can't even afford a suit. How much? I mean,
How many billionaires do you know wear suits?
all right. So, but look,
I don't need to wear a suit. I'm not selling anything.
You can pick up the difference.
It self-sells itself. Anyone who's got a brain and a conscience and a desire to be free is going to want to be in crypto. They're not going to be walking around with a shitload of gold. Hi, I've got 2 tons of gold. Oh, let me into your country. I want to be free. Let me into your country. They'll say, I'll take your gold right now, and you're going to jail.
You know that you need more people to come into the pyramid to keep pushing up the price. But I don't have to care. I can have $10 million worth of gold in my wallet right now and walk around with it. I don't
have
have to
$1 billion on my memory wallet and go anywhere in the world. A 12-word key to my wallet.
Until it's worthless. Until nobody wants it.
The demand is there because people don't want the fiat money that they're throwing into the toilet, and they want some gold too. I have plenty of gold.
Want those fiat crypto monies either. It's the same. It's going to be the same thing.
Okay,
that's what people told me about the housing bubble. There's all this demand. I said yes, but when the demand goes away, there's just supply. And all these houses nobody wanted to buy, and the prices implode.
But they didn't go to zero. No,
because you can live in a house. There's actual value.
Okay.
There's nothing you can do. Bitcoin will probably not go to zero. It'll probably be a few pennies because there'll always be an optionality there. Somebody will buy it like a lottery ticket.
Peter, how many times do we have to hear about you calling the housing bubble before you finally move on? Okay, I mean, you had one good call from 2007,
I didn't have one good call.
And now we're here every time he goes. It's like, I called the housing bubble. Yeah, that was like 10 years ago already.
It's not about my calling
Where
it.
were
It's
you
about
during
explaining
Bitcoin?
it. Look, I didn't participate in the .com bubble. I didn't participate in the housing bubble, and I didn't participate in the cryptocurrency Bitcoin bubble either. So I'm consistent.
Gold mining stock bubble, though. There was a gold mining stock bubble.
But I didn't buy them at the highs.
You were
I bought them
recommending
really
them.
low.
You did too.
Okay.
Ask Mike.
As part of a diversified portfolio, yes.
Let's
diversified, therefore I didn't lose money. I didn't lose money because it was diversified. I have less than I started with, but it's not less because I was diversified. That negative number there, that's not negative. It's a diversified number.
Max.
The funniest tweet of the day comes from Taylor Winkle was, "Has anyone checked on Peter Schiff today?" This is hilarious. Peter Schiff thinking to himself, how the fuck did I miss this train? He's probably very ashamed about bashing Bitcoin all the time. Maybe that's why we have not heard from him talking about Bitcoin in a while. Peter, how is the gold doing right now? Gold is not doing as well if you compare it to Bitcoin, of course. Since March, gold increased from $1,500 to the current price of around $1,900. And that's only 26% increase. What a shame. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is totally different ballgame. Back in March, it was at around $4,000, and now it's at around $23,000. That's going to be more than 670% from top to bottom in just 10 months. That's what I call alpha. Here we have another and updated chart by Plan B. This dark navy line represents Bitcoin price action after the first Bitcoin halving. From the bottom to top during the first cycle, Bitcoin has made 120x. Then this blue line represents the second Bitcoin cycle after second Bitcoin halving. This is that 2017 bull market run that we were talking about earlier. After second Bitcoin halving, BTC generated only 33x from bottom to top. And now this red line represents Bitcoin price action after the third Bitcoin halving that happened just recently on May 11th, 2020. During that time, Bitcoin was at around $8,500. 8 months later, we are at $23,000. That's almost 3x ROI. What is interesting about this chart is the time frame. Historically, Bitcoin reached its peak after 13 to 18 months. In the first cycle, Bitcoin reached its peak in 13 months, and in the second cycle, Bitcoin reached its peak in 18 months. In the third cycle so far, after 8 months, we performed even better comparing to 2017 bull market run. It will be very interesting to see where Bitcoin is going to be in the summer of 2021 and also in the end of 2021. If we continue to perform this way and precisely following 2017 bull market run and making that 30 to 40x, it would put single BTC in between $250,000 and $340,000. It definitely sounds more than I anticipated, but I will put all my biases aside and admit that this is the real outcome considering how much institutional money are coming into the market. Here is another very interesting chart that represents higher highs in the logarithmic Bitcoin price action. When Bitcoin breaks previous highs, then we witness a massive Bitcoin rally. We saw this in 2012, then in 2013 we saw it twice, then in early 2017, and now we're seeing this again. We just recently broke 2017 highs. Now sky's the limit, and we purely went into the new price discovery mode. So according to this model, the next stop might be somewhere in between $200,000 and $500,000. If that pattern continues in the future, we will definitely see those prices. Now, let's take a look at the most recent video from Michael Saylor where he talks about the two new Bitcoin ideas. Let's take a look.
There's two ideas that are new ideas that most people, 99% of the world doesn't understand, that I'm going to share with you. First idea, Bitcoin is rotating this year from the old insight narrative, which is it's an uncorrelated speculative asset traded by retail traders on offshore exchanges with leverage that's kind of cool. It's rotating to a new insight, which is it's the world's best long duration investment grade safe haven treasury asset. It's something you're gonna use to give money to your grandchildren. If you want to have money 30 years from now, 60 years from now, and you want to put your money in property that the state can't seize, no government, the government can't get at, it's not going to be taxed away like real estate, it's going to be there for 30 years, 40 years, then this is the ultimate long duration safe haven asset. That's a new idea because people that put money into that idea are just going to let it sit there for a decade. They're not traders. They're not speculators. By the way, you see companies like my company, we have like nearly 800 million in it right now. And you'll see insurance companies like Mass Mutual putting 100 million in. That's 100 million out of a $230 billion general fund. What happens when they put 1% in or 2% in? So that rotation from speculative asset to safe haven asset is a big idea because you go from 1% of the people betting 1% of their money to 100% of the people betting 50% of their money, okay? Big idea. Like there's $300 trillion worth of monetary energy sitting between bond stocks and real estate. Half of it just wants a store of value. So there's no reason why $150 trillion wouldn't flow into the Bitcoin network. And so we're not talking about demonetizing gold. We're talking about the people that stampeded to gold or S&P indexes or stock indexes or bond indexes. If you don't love, if you own Tesla, you love it. But there's a lot of people that buy stocks they don't love. They just put it in there because they don't want to lose their money. And so they will use Bitcoin as a savings account. It's like the savings and loan at the end of the universe, right? It's just a savings account. There's another idea though, which is this is the first truly engineered monetary network in the history of the world. And by that, I mean, it's a closed, thermodynamically sound monetary system. If you put $100 million in the system, it's like charging a battery. It has no power loss. You can store it for 100 years. It'll still be there. Every other monetary system has a power loss in it. It bleeds energy. If you put your money into, if you put your money into electricity and store it in a battery, you'd lose 2% a month. You have 24% inflation rate a year. If you put your money, that's the problem. You can't move electricity around without losing 6% of it over the course of a few hundred miles. So what if I wanted to store all my monetary energy and I didn't want to lose it every month or every year or every decade? Well, I design a closed system, 21 million gold coins. None come in, none go out. All I can do is heat it up or cool it down. That's the definition of a thermodynamic closed system. Bitcoin is the first example of that system. What that means is that you can collect all of the monetary energy in the world, store it in this battery, hold it for 100 years, channel it through time and space with no energy loss. It's an engineering breakthrough. It's like an aqueduct. It's like an electrical power system or grid. So if I said to you, I thought I'd build a city, but I thought I'd plug it into an aqueduct, you wouldn't say I'm crazy. You would say that's a good idea so that all your people don't die due to lack of water and sanitation, right? It's like building a city on a river, is that a crazy idea or a good idea to have a river flowing through the city? What if I decided I was going to have a city with roads in it? Good idea, bad idea? How about my house is going to be wired for electricity? Good idea, bad idea? Or I have a company, we're going to be on the internet. Okay, it's not risky to be on the internet with electricity and have running water. These are not risky things, but they were pretty crazy ideas before we had the internet, electricity, and running water. Okay, so Bitcoin is a monetary network. When Jack Dorsey plugged Square into it, he plugged Square into the monetary network. PayPal is plugged into the monetary network. MicroStrategy plugged itself into the monetary network. Why? Because all the other networks are, if you're in cash, you're losing 15% of your energy a year. If you're in gold, you're losing 3 or 4% of your energy a year. If you're using a stock portfolio, you got to guess Google versus Facebook versus Amazon versus Tesla and juggle the thing and worry about what happens every quarter. It's too complicated. What if I just wanted to plug into a monetary network that will store and protect my energy from depletion for the next decade? No one's ever figured it out. Bitcoin is Facebook for money. If Facebook's worth $1 trillion because it stores the social energy of 1 billion people or 2 billion, Bitcoin has got to be worth 100x that much because it's storing the money of 1 billion people. When Rupert Murdoch shows up to Facebook, he doesn't bring 1 billion friends. When Rupert Murdoch shows up to Bitcoin, he's going to drop $1 billion on the network, like immediately, because what do you do with a monetary network other than put all your money on it? It's a pretty big idea. It's not a speculative, uncorrelated asset. It's the first monetary network in the history of the world that we figured out how to make work.
First idea, Bitcoin diverges from old narrative being uncorrelated asset to the new narrative as being world's best reserve asset. And second idea, Bitcoin is a true closed-loop system and is the best monetary system engineered in the world. Also, very interesting that Michael Saylor said that Bitcoin is a Facebook for money. If Facebook is at $1 trillion of market cap, then Bitcoin must be at least 100x higher than that. While Facebook stores billions of people accounts, Bitcoin will store billions of people money. $100 trillion in market cap, that would be a lot of money. That's going to be more than $5 million per coin. This is the big idea, and this is why you should not sell your Bitcoin. Let me know what do you guys think about Bitcoin reaching new all-time high, and what do you think about this new big idea? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, smash that like button, and subscribe for more videos.